To be attractive, to be desired, is to be envied. Masculinity can be defined as the social expectations of being a man whose popularity meets these ideals of masculinity is Duke Dennis. It's his entire brand. This man...
Okay, see?
I'm not laughing.
See?
Hey, dude, where your crop top at?
All right. You say what?
I am not here to judge anyone's sense of humor. However, the proof is in the pudding, and as you can see, it is funny to make fun of a man's masculinity, even if you're only doing it in good faith or as a joke, especially when the man prides himself in his masculinity.
I did see a lot of more saying like very negative things about it. Now, with that being said, y'all don't gotta worry about me. I never wear a crop top again because I don't want those type of allegations attached to me. Like, y'all niggas rolled. If it's that big of a deal to y'all, like I said, y'all won't catch me wearing no more crop ever again because I do not want those allegations around me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm 1000% secure in my own and like if
As you can see, these expectations of masculinity placed on you by society can be a double-edged sword, because if anything, in reality, masculinity by society's standards is a curse, as it strips us from our originality, forcing us to conceive to society's norms of what someone should be simply due to them being born with a specific genitalia. And why would you want to fit into society's standards when society is constantly in a downward spiral? If society is in a terrible place and you're trying to meet its standards, you're going to be in a terrible place yourself. It's basic math. It's the logic behind why every successful person tells you to be yourself. Duke sometimes tries to live up to society's standard of masculinity as it is his image. That's why he gets all the girls that he gets.
Hey chat, look, I seen y'all too now saying that I lost oral. I got a question. If that's the case, how much oral did I start with? How much oral did I start with if I lost it on there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I really need to know.
I don't think Duke is a bad guy. He has natural charisma, and with your charisma being broadcasted to the entire world, everyone puts you on a pedestal as you are that standard now. Regardless of how you handle that pressure, it's a pretty shitty feeling for everyone to trash your masculinity simply because of something you wore, especially when everyone has these super high standards of you. After the crop top incident, he has put that side of him away from the incident, away from the internet. The way you dress, the way you present yourself is a form of self-expression. He wore the crop top because he thought it looked good and because he liked it. So for him to have to put that part of him away for his masculine image to truly still shine shows you how fraudulent masculinity really is. The fact that he has to put away a side of himself just so that he doesn't get clowned on the internet or have that controversy is interesting, to say the least. That is, unless you think Duke purposefully dressed like this and did a humiliation ritual, then sure, which, to be honest, with the current market isn't that far-fetched. However, in this specific context, I don't think that's the case. Duke stopped dressing like that because he said it's not worth having these allegations. It's not worth having homosexual allegations simply for dressing a bit flamboyant, even if that was not the goal. And this perspective is fair. The idea of masculinity has to be flawless. Any sort of femininity or feminine traits is a disgrace, and people sniff these things out like blood in the water. They come like sharks. There's little things that happen to us and we act like it doesn't bother us, but the reality is often different. But he can take responsibility for this, as it's his decision to dress like this. He can simply stop dressing like this and he won't be humiliated in this manner. But what do you do about something like this?
God, you a hoe. You a hoe. Dog. You a
Can you
hoe.
stream this hoe?
Yo. This is crazy.
But I got him in a crop top, bro. I'm rolling, man.
No, the crop top is crazy.
I feel like, bro, I'm so tired of this little motherfucker, bro. I'm telling you, I am so tired of this bitch ass nigga, bro. Like, grown, what, like, where the fuck do you even get this from? Why is that on your phone? Why is this on this? Why is this on this nigga phone? And what was the cause of that? Okay.
And you see, I understand, I see the humor, but what I'm trying to do is understand it. Why is it so funny to make fun of a man's masculinity, to tear it down? Is it because they are powerless as they sit there knowing there's nothing that they can do? It's humiliating, but not to the degree as Aiden Ross's antics around black men, because while being sexually harassed by a white Jew is different from having AI violate you, as you can simply hide behind the facade that it's fake, it's AI, it's not real. Regardless, however, it is still pretty bothersome. And the reason I call it bothersome is because if it was done to anyone else that did not care about their reputation, did not care about their masculine image, nobody would really care. But because Duke has such a good track record when it comes to these things, and he's seen as the hyper masculine black man that gets a lot of girls and the role model and the standard, it's funny to try and tear that down. It's funny to poke at him with these things. Example, Kai Cenat is successful, right? If someone made an AI image of him being a girl, nobody would care, as he already embodies the characteristics of a clown, the loud, funny guy who makes everyone laugh, regardless of making himself look like an idiot. However, the hyper-masculine black man who gets women and that's allowed to be quote-unquote nonchalant, it's different. Whether or not Kai Cenat wants to fit this hyper-masculine black man, he can't do it, and there's a lot of evidence online for this.
So nice to meet you, most definitely, though. What you say your name was?
Beautiful.
Kai, why would you do this? Wait till Rage sees this. Kai the cuck, Kai the cuck, Kai the cuck, Kai the
Alright,
cuck.
my dog.
Alright, Gangy.
Hit me up when you get off your work.
Alright, bro. Huh? Is that right? It's gonna be your man.
Yep. Speak shit to existence. You know
What am I gonna be?
The partner. The partner. Kai's the partner. I fuck with him though. And him? Kai's the partner.
Hence why Kai Cenat thinks it's funny to show his 2,000 viewers an image of AI Duke with boobs. It's because it's comedic, even if it's in good faith. However, it's comedic for a reason. If it was someone else, as I said, no one would care, but it's because it's Duke. It's always funny to tear down a man's masculinity, especially if the man clearly cares about his masculine image. Think about that. I don't usually preface my videos or say anything afterwards. If you don't get it, then you probably don't deserve it to be explained to you. However, this is not a hate video, and I know people are gonna say it's not that deep, but who says I think it's that deep? I am simply giving my opinion on the matter. However, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. More videos coming in the future soon. God bless you all. I hope you all have a great day.